I don't live in a if and ands with pots and pans world. Oh, and I don't live in a woulda, coulda, shoulda world. We live in a next man up world. I would love for Chauncey to stay, but if he don't, I'm turning the page to what's next, what's new, who's next. Period. Cause we shoulda, coulda, woulda. At the end of the day, woulda, coulda, shoulda can't suit up and get on the field. Okay. What's up? What's happening? What is popping? What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another great edition of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing guys daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here and you haven't already subscribed to the channel, stop what you're doing. Leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you check out the links down below. The first one is to buy me a copy to help fuel this channel. The second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports, a merch collection. Get you the classic tee, the wavy tee, or the flower dye crew neck. But guys, if you do not do anything else, turn your notification bells on so you don't miss a single video or a single live stream. And we will be going live on Monday nights, Birds of Broad Street podcast. We will be going live soon doing a call-in show, me and JC. We won't be able to do this Friday anymore, but we will probably be able to do next Friday. But turn your notification bells on so you don't miss any of those announcements when we'll be going live and doing the call-in shows, so we can get your opinions on free agency and the draft. Also, guys, I will be doing something new on the channel, but I'm going to be doing something new on the channel where you guys can send me voice memos. Send it to my email, SymoneDion@gmail.com. is in my bio, and I guess I'll put it on the screen. SymoneDion@gmail.com. Anytime there's anything you want to be featured on the channel, you want me to react to or respond to, send a voice memo and I will play it on the video and I will react to it. So this is a way that you guys can add daily input, or whenever you feel like adding input to the channel that you want to be featured and react to. If you don't want to have to type out a long paragraph, you can literally just record a voice memo on your phone, email it to me. Whatever it is, your take on free agency, your reaction to anything, what we should do in the draft, anything you want to talk about Philly related, send me the voice memo. I will add it on the channel because I know I don't always get to do call-in shows. I really like the call-in shows, but we don't always get to do them. But I know you guys have input all the time, so this will be another way you guys can add your input. So email me, SymoneDion@gmail.com, with your voice memos. I'll play it on the videos and react to it. So do that, you guys. That's just a way for you guys to be more engaged and involved in the channel. And I will play all of them, as many as I get, whatever. They will all get played on the channel, and it's just like a call-in show, but it won't be live. So do that. But y'all, okay, you seen the title, you seen the thumbnail. Let's talk about it. Let's get into it. We have to look at some safety options outside of Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. It is what it is. You guys know I've said on this channel, since we've got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, we know what he contributed to this team. He did phenomenal contributions that he had to this team, and we would love for him to stay. But if he doesn't, it is what it is. We can't cry over spilled milk, and we can't live in there's two worlds I don't live in when it comes to the sports and when it comes to the Eagles. There's two worlds that I do not live in. I don't live in a if and ands with pots and pans world. Oh, and I don't live in a woulda, coulda, shoulda world. We live in a next man up world. I would love for Chauncey to stay, but if he don't, I'm turning the page to what's next, what's new, who's next. Period. Cause we shoulda, coulda, woulda. At the end of the day, woulda, coulda, shoulda can't suit up and get on the field, okay? So there's no point of us living in that world. We move on, period. Another thing that I don't do, I don't engage in negativity. So everybody who's acting like it's doomsday because we're not bringing one player back, I'm not engaging with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm living in a world of positivity. Okay, so if anybody want to be doomsday, it's going to be the end of the world is coming to an end because we're not bringing Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back, I'm not engaging with that bullshit, okay? At the end of the day, we're bringing the Defensive Player of the Year back in Haason Reddick. Everybody want to talk about what we're losing. Let's talk about what we're bringing back. We're bringing back the Defensive Player of the Year in Haason Reddick. We're bringing back the Offensive Player of the Year in Jalen Hurts. We will be fine. Relax, breathe. Let's keep it pushing, okay? And in the realm of keeping it pushing, let's talk about some options at safety, because we all know Kevon Wallace ain't it. Okay, I talked about Brian Branch. I actually did a whole video. This is a draft option, one of the top draft options, and we will talk about some more draft options later. But I just want to say, because I know a lot of you are probably going to be in the comments, Brian Branch, Brian Branch, Brian Branch. I did a whole video on Brian Branch like 3 days ago. So go check out that video on my page. If we do not sign a safety, and we will talk about 2 options real quick, but if we do not sign a safety, obviously we're turning to the draft as in at least an option. We will have to draft, I believe, the idea would be able to get, would for us to be able to get Brian Branch and Gonzalez and like Brian Branch and Gonzalez, or Brian Branch and Witherspoon, or Brian Branch and Joey Porter Jr. Brian Branch in one of the corners. We will have to probably trade up from 30 to get a Brian Branch. That's all I'm saying. We're not going to be able to get Brian Branch and a top corner without trading up. Now, there are safeties in the second round that we can target, and we will talk about that later. But that's just my take on Brian Branch, because I know a lot of y'all going to be in the comments saying Brian Branch. But let's talk about some free agent options. So let's talk about Ryan Neal, a safety from the Seattle Seahawks. Not a big name, obviously, but Ryan Neal is somebody who has played with Sean Desai, okay? And he has familiarity with Sean. And we know when Gannon came, who did he bring? A safety from the past, and Anthony Harris. Now, obviously, Anthony Harris didn't work out, but you guys know when defensive coordinators come in, a lot of times they look for some of their former players that they have played with. And Ryan Neal is fresh off playing with Sean Desai. So Ryan Neal is still young, you guys. So he's coming into his 5th season. He's only 27 years old. Next season will be his 5th season in the league. Last year, he started in 10 games for the Seahawks. He had 66 total tackles, which was a career high. He had 1 sack, 2 forced fumbles. The forced fumbles were a career high as well. He had an interception and 8 pass deflections. The pass deflections were a career high. Those 8 pass deflections were a career high for Ryan. And also he had 1 sack this season, 2 sacks total in his career, but 1 sack this season. So he had a lot of career highs last season. And again, this is somebody who started last season 10 games for the Seattle Seahawks, who did make that push and go on to the playoffs. And like I said, he took a big step forward last season for Seattle, stepping into some starting roles. He's still younger. This guy's coming off a career high season, and he's somebody who is familiar with Sean Desai. So this could be a safety that Sean Desai is targeting. He did go to college at Illinois. If that means anything, it doesn't mean a lot. But there are some players in this draft that we are looking at from Illinois on defense, in Devin Witherspoon, and also another safety, Sidney, who will be around later in the 2nd round. So is it fighting Illy? Is that what they call him? Fighting Illinois? It might be fighting Illinois time in Philly. Fighting Phillinois. John Johnson III also will be released from the Cleveland Browns. He was on a 3-year deal with the Cleveland Browns, but he is expected to be released when it is favorable for their cap space. I think March 15th, the start of free agency. So John Johnson III is somebody that Howie Roseman was interested in when he was last a free agent. Howie was interested in him. So a lot of people are interested in John Johnson III and think that Howie could still be interested in him. So let's talk about his numbers from last season. He started in 17 games last season. He had 101 combined tackles, 2 quarterback hits, 4 tackles for loss. The tackles for loss were a career high for him. He has been in the league since 2017. Those tackles for loss were a career high. Now, I'm not mad at John Johnson III, but he didn't have the best season last season. He missed 17 tackles. That was a 21.5% missed tackle rate for John Johnson last season. And we know one thing that really pisses me off is missed tackles, especially in football. Like, isn't that the first thing you learn? Like in Pee Wee, like tackle, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things I'll give a pass for here and there, but I can't stand missed tackles, okay? And I'm not saying I'm not interested at all in John Johnson, but again, he is coming off a little down year. Ryan Neal is coming off of a bigger year last season. And again, Ryan Neal is familiar with Sean Desai. So if I had to pick between Ryan Neal and John Johnson III, I would definitely be picking Ryan Neal. That missed tackle rate really spooked the heck out of me, especially all of these teams, these high power offenses we're gonna be playing next season. So honestly, as soon as I saw that from John Johnson, it really put a bad taste in my mouth, y'all. Like, I need some water right now because that put a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm not mad at Ryan Neal at all. We got to start thinking about this. Next week is the buzzer. But y'all, again, send me your voice memos. And I will be playing them on the channel and reacting to them. Just a way to make it more interactive and get more of you guys' feedback on the channel. But y'all, like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, keep rocking with me. Check out the links down below. Buy me the coffee help through this channel. Shop the official Symone With The Sports merch collection. And until I talk to you guys next time. Bye.